Hey guys, Dan here. This is the 9th tutorial for John Butler's song Ocean. In this lesson, as always, we are going to be covering what I just played in the preview, so without further ado, let's get to it. First of all, I need to actually correct something that I did in the last lesson. This is what we learned in the last lesson. It was... just that last little riff. There's one thing that I actually forgot to add. It's a minor mistake, but I just want to, teach it correctly. So when you're hammering onto the on the 3rd string from the 8th to the 9th fret, and then 8th fret on the 2nd string, pull off, open 3rd, and then you play the open 2nd, hammer onto the 8th, hammer back off. The next thing, right there at that exact moment, after you hammer on and hammer off to the 8th fret on the 2nd string, you want to then pluck the 8th fret again and pull off. So it's... So what it was before was... And what it actually is, my mistake again, instead of... Oh, sorry. You see how it just ends a bit later, and that's what we want because we want to keep it in tempo, so... Okay, so keep that in mind, please. I apologize for that, but that's going to be important later in the lesson. Okay, so right after that little ending riff, like I said in the last lesson, you're going to play the exact same thing that we taught in the last lesson, starting over. So... And here is where it changes. So you play the first two sort of progressions the same. Okay? And now you play it like this. So you start off by playing the low 6th string, open 6, 7th fret of the 1st string, pull off, 8 to 6 on the 2nd string, pull off, so, and then open 3rd, and then open 2nd, hammer onto the 6th, pull off, and now you're going to do 8, 6, open, 8, 6, open from the 3rd to the 4th, from the 3rd string, 4th string, and then 8th fret on the 5th string, open 4th. Okay, so altogether it's... Okay, before it was... Or... I also realized you actually don't need to pluck the open 6 when you're doing that little riff in the first set, but that's up to you. I like it, actually. Okay, so... Oh, sorry. Okay, now, instead of playing the riff that we ended off the set last time with, which was... Now we're going to play something different and slightly more challenging, so it goes like this. Okay, so you're going to play, the ending little riff to that is you're going to play the open 6 twice, just like for this riff. So open 6 twice, open 5th, hammer onto the 8th fret, hammer onto the 9th fret, so, and then pluck the 8th fret of the 4th string, pull off, open 5th, open 4th, hammer onto the 8th, pull off, and then open 5th again, and then open third again, and hammer onto the 8th and hammer onto the 9th. So it's complicated, so bear with me. So okay, that's the first bit. And then so you're staying on the 5th and 4th strings for the first little bit of this. Oh. All right, that's it. And then you're going to play the open third, hammer onto the 8th, pull off, open 4th, so. And then open third again, hammer onto the 8th, hammer onto the 9th, and then pluck open 2nd string. So all together it's. Okay. It's a pretty difficult pattern, and I'm still you know, perfecting it. So. Okay, and from there we're going to play a very important picking pattern, and in the right hand, that is going to be used later in the song. So let's do it. So it's this picking pattern. Those savvy of you, you might have already figured it out, but you pluck the lower string twice. Your middle finger at this point is going to be on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and your pointer finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the 6th string. And you're going to pluck the lower string the 6th string twice, and then open 2nd, and then 3rd, which is on the 9th fret. They're the same note. And then you're going to pluck the 6 twice again, and then 1st string open, and then 3rd string. So it's 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, and meanwhile with the bass note playing twice. So. Okay, so you're going to play, and now you're just going to move your pointer finger up 1 fret, so it's on the 9th. Okay, so, all together. Oh. Sorry. Sorry, I apologize for messing up, but it's... See how one thing sort of leads into the other? Okay, from there, you're going to play this little riff. It's very similar to the riff that we ended off the last lesson with. In that you play the open 6 twice, open 3rd, hammer onto the 8th, hammer onto the 9th, pluck the 2nd string 8th fret, pull off, open 3rd, open 2nd, hammer onto the 8th, pull off, and then this one you're going to slide up from the 8th fret to the 11th, and then you're going to pluck the open 3rd, and then you're going to pluck the open second, hammer onto the 8th, and do that again. So altogether it's... And then you're going to play the 9th fret of the 3rd string and open second. And then you're going to repeat the pattern that we played before. And now you're going to play the exact riff that ended the first set, the last lesson, and that I sort of corrected at the beginning of the lesson. So. Okay, so that whole section together, I'll start with a sort of complicated riff. Okay, awesome. That's all for this lesson. I hope this cleared some things up. Don't worry if you're struggling with this. As you can see when I was playing through the example, I'm still struggling with this. And it's something that just requires patience and persistence, honestly, because it's a very nitpicky section, you know, playing this string, then playing this note, then hammering off, and making sure not to, you know, just pluck it like that instead of... but, you know, it will ultimately make you a better guitarist, and that's really what I'm aiming to do in the long run. So I hope this cleared some things up, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below or send me an email. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching, guys.